peace, freedom, and safety. Gifts from our Canadian military. Welcome, I'm Heidi Johansson, and this is Galas and Giving, Shaw TV Spotlight on local charity events. The Fairmont Hotel McDonald is where No Stone Left Alone Memorial Foundation is hosting its inaugural event, where we respect and honor our veterans and serving soldiers. So stay with us as this promises to be a dance to remember. 6 years have passed since the first poppies were placed on the military headstones at Edmonton's Beachmount Cemetery. This year, 44,500 acts of remembrance happened across our country, thanks to No Stone Left Alone. This national nonprofit organization's mission is to educate the next generation of Canadian youth on the importance of our military and to engage them in an act of honor.
But when they get out of the classroom and they place a poppy on a headstone, things change. We ask them to write reflection letters and how they feel about the society we live in, how the freedoms we have, and how the support of the soldiers is really important to them. So the education component is the heart of the initiative. But we don't influence them, we just let them tell us how they feel. And it's also half of our growth. Everything comes from the schools. People call us, they go once, they want to come back again.
This is an evening of remembrance, but also a time to raise a glass and toast our sovereign country. And although this reception is a first for this organization, it's not a modern concept.
Years ago, ironically, on November 11th, all across Canada, they would go to the Legion or their local town hall, and they'd have their somber ceremony at 11, and then at night they'd come into a place like this and have a party.
Possibly a shot of scotch or so.
I'm going to guarantee there's going to be some scotch.
Most excellent.
Here. Yeah.
At $250 per ticket, this sold-out event supports a thriving organization, one that has doubled in size.
In this particular community, we pay for the buses, so that's a big part of it. We also have operating costs. We have our website. We have the marketing team. It's a very, very labor-intensive effort, but it should be noted, right now we have one full-time employee. 8,000 volunteers and one full-time employee. So we're really a whole bunch of really inspired volunteers all around us.
From the onset, No Stone Left Alone appealed to Honorable Colonel Laurie Hawn as a veteran and a Canadian.
And Maureen and Randall are so enthusiastic, and their kids are so enthusiastic, it's just hard not to get caught up in that.
And the education component? Invaluable.
We've 2.3 million Canadians have served in uniform over the years, and 117,000 or more have paid the ultimate price. You know, I spent a lot of time in Europe and Holland, where kids know more about Canadian military history than our kids do. So things like this are really important to educate our own children in what their fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers did that gives us the quality of life that we have today.
Honored guests included Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, Lois Mitchell, and Lord Strathcona's Royal Canadian Pipes and Drums. As well, active members of our military came out to support a simple gesture with an enormous impact. Brigadier General Derek Mcaulay.
To see the youth laying poppies on the gravestones of veterans, young and old sometimes, is really special. And just the act of remembrance and ensuring that their sacrifices are not forgotten.
Sacrifices that have been made and continue to be made for Canadian values and freedoms.
Whether it be the Boer War or Afghanistan, they continue to provide that safety and security for Canadians and many peoples of the world. And so events like this, and No Stone Left Alone, to remember those and their sacrifices is so special.
Recently being awarded the Legion of Merit and Order of Military Merit, Mcaulay was quick to let us know that his expertise lies with the military, not the dance floor.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I don't think I've ever received an award for that, so we may just abstain from doing that this evening.
A point of view shared by Hawn. I hear there's a dance contest. Are we going to see you?
Yeah, but probably not in the winner's circle.
The majority of the guests were willing to leave it all on the dance floor as Edmonton's own Oil City sound machine took us into early morning. Edmonton is out in front, leading the way to educate, act, and honor our fallen military by raising close to $20,000 for the No Stone Left Alone Memorial Foundation.
The kind of support we have in Edmonton is like nowhere else in Canada. I've lived a lot of places in Canada, and it's like nowhere else. So it's really important that after this solemnity of Remembrance Day, that we come out and say, you know what, those were the bad times when we lost folks, but there were good times too. And I've lost lots of friends. Anybody in the military has lost lots of friends. You gotta commemorate that, but you have to celebrate the good times, because military life is a great experience. For all the things that can happen to you that are not necessarily good, the people you meet, the families, it's such a great experience.
Well, we've danced the night away at this truly unforgettable benefit. For more information and how you can support this organization, go to nostoneleftalone.ca. And if you would like Shaw TV to cover your event, email us at gallasandgiving@shaw.ca. From the Fairmont Hotel McDonald, I'm Heidi Johansson.
Hair services for Gallas and Giving is sponsored by Raw Beauty Inc. With Medical Facial Aesthetics sponsored by External Affairs Medical Spa. Clothing provided by Simon.